Good afternoon and welcome. All right, it is great to see a full house this afternoon. Thank you everybody for showing up. We really appreciate seeing, obviously, not only the students, but the family, all family members that have decided to join us today, and friends. Just before we get started, we do have bathrooms out this back door and to the right, or out these double doors and to the left if you need them at any time. And students, I'll go over directions with you in just shortly of how to come up here when you receive your award. So with that, I do want to officially welcome everybody to our CTE end-of-year award ceremony. This event is always a special event for me and obviously for our staff to recognize our student success throughout the year. First, I want to start by thanking our local district staff that are here today. We really appreciate the support from our local principals, superintendents, counselors, and teachers. We view CTE as an extension of our local district school day, and our 5 districts do a lot to make sure their students get opportunities here at CTE. And it's a big deal getting students to CTE for half the day with schedules and coordinating who can go where and when. So we really appreciate that support. And with that, I forgot to mention this morning, but I also want to give a shout out to our CTE instructional and support staff. Our CTE staff are very unique. They're hard to find. When you find somebody that can teach and has the skill in their industry or trade, and you find that match well together, it's hard and it means a lot. So students, let's give your teachers a round of applause. All right, so with that, a few things I want to highlight from our year. First, this beautiful facility that we're blessed to have. This conference center is our first time we can host the awards, but this conference center and this facility has allowed us to do a lot more than what we've done in previous years. And I want to take a minute to highlight those. But first, this wouldn't be possible without what happened a year ago today, and that was the renewal of our CTE millage. Last year, again a year ago, voters approved a 10-year renewal of that millage. That millage funds everything you're going to hear about today. So family members, I really appreciate your support. Business owners, we appreciate your support. Again, we wouldn't be able to do what we do today without that millage. Some other things I want to highlight is this space is connected to our culinary program, and we've been able to host multiple events where our students actually got true hands-on learning experience in culinary by catering large events in sizes up to 250 people. In addition, I'm very proud of this. We had 5 of our student leadership groups from 5 different programs that made it to the state level for their competitions this year, and even one that made it to the national level. Let's give them a round of applause. In addition, and I see lots of employers out here that have helped sponsor our work-based learning, we had 145 students that went off-site onto job placement, job shadows, work-based learning placements, paid, unpaid, to learn about the industry from the experts. There's only so much we can do here at CTE, and those job placements allow students to learn a very specific skill with that trade, and we're so grateful for those employer partners. In addition, in this space, we were able to bring over 4 districts to have the 8th grade reality store. And that was an experience for 8th graders to look at future careers, what the income looks like for those careers, and pick a path, and learn about career training options and college training options for them. We also had a real fun event with 500 first graders rotating through here in our teddy bear clinic that was hosted by our health occupations class, where first graders got to learn about health careers. In addition, our agricultural science program hosted 5th graders, 300 of them from Clare County, to learn about careers in agricultural science in the fall. Another exciting thing, in partnership with My Michigan Health this year, we ran an EMT course, a very specialized training course, and we had 3 students that earned their EMT National Registry this year. And then as we wrap up the year, we had a job fair here in August with 50 employers and over 250 job seekers that came from the community and from our student groups. And looking ahead to June, this year for the first time, we're able to expand our CTE summer camp offerings down to 3rd through 6th grade students. So with that, to our CTE students, I'm so proud of you for taking the initiative to step outside your comfort zone and try something at CTE. I recognize it's not easy to come from your local district and attend a program when you don't know what it may look like. You're leaving your friends, you're leaving your normal schedule, but I commend you for taking that opportunity and taking full advantage of it. Through this time, you've completed many hours of safety training, worked in the labs, showed up on weekends for volunteering events, showed up early as 5:30 in the morning to get to your student leadership competitions. All of that is helping develop character, and perseverance, along with giving you a great experience for the future. To our seniors, once you leave our four walls, we hope you come back, and we hope you help us teach a future generation with what you learn on the job site or in college. And to our juniors, it's your turn next for you to step up and fill the shoes of those seniors that have led the student leadership groups, that have showed up early, and have made things happen on the weekends. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to our instructors and the students, which is the most important part of today. And with that, students, if your name is called for an award today, you're going to enter in on this side of the stage right here. Come up, your instructor will be talking about the positive things regarding the award, and then you're going to line up between the microphone and the flagpole and stay up here until your whole program is done. The whole program then will exit, or the students getting the awards will exit and head back to Mrs. Murphy, wave, and we'll get a picture back there, and then you'll be seated. At the end of the program, parents will have plenty of time for you to get pictures with the backdrop if you wish, and we'll also be posting the pictures on our social media channels if you want to download those later. So with that, I got to make sure I get our right instructor. Miss Sarah Holland. Sorry, I'm out of order. Miss Sarah Holland, come on up.
Hello, my name is Sarah Holland, and I am the agricultural instructor. I'd like to start by recognizing Matthew Boston. He is our paraeducator for the program. He is currently on his way back from Fowlerville, where he took 12 students to a state-level contest today. Without Matt, I wouldn't be able to do the things that I do. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming today. If you are not familiar with the agricultural science class, we are always busy. Our students are part of the FFA, which is a leadership organization that offers various contests and other opportunities. I'd like to start with a few numbers that I think really showcase how involved our students are. We have 32 students, and since the beginning of this school year, they have competed, including today, in 10 district, regional, or state competitions, hosted over 300 fifth graders from Clare County Elementaries in partnership with Clare County Farm Bureau's Project Red, completed a Youth for the Quality Care of Animal certification, completed almost 300 hours of community service, and by the end of next week, we'll have traveled 2,378 miles. And if you're not aware, that would get us to Dallas, Texas, and back. We could make it to LA one time with that mileage. And last, but certainly not least, we've turned a combined profit of $41,697 through active supervised agricultural experiences. So I would like to give them a round of applause for those achievements. I would also like to recognize that 6 students received their state FFA degree. To qualify for this degree, members must participate in the program for 2 years, earn over $2,000 in an agriculture-related job, and complete at least 25 hours of community service. This award takes diligence, not only in the classroom, but outside of it as well. For today's awards, I'd like to start with Above and Beyond. Brielle McKinnon and Aaliyah Hegel, please come up. I couldn't choose just one Above and Beyond because these students are equally involved. Generally, where you find one, you find the other. These students are always willing to help out and do whatever needs to be done. Hold on, just hold. From coming to the Magna Center on weekends and holiday breaks to take care of the animals in our livestock barn, to representing their chapter in FFA contests, these students have gone above and beyond this year. They have also become leaders in the chapter, and they will continue to be involved as they work with their swine, poultry, and rabbit projects here at the Magna Center in preparation for Clare County's fair. Our most improved student is Shelby Young. Yeah, just go. Many of us may consider a most improved student as someone who has undergone a Hollywood transformation, a student who went from the back of the class to the front. But sometimes the most improved is simply the student that has put in the time and effort to become better than they are. This student, Shelby, has shown a tremendous amount of growth throughout the course of this year. She came to our program extremely quiet and very unsure of her place here. She has participated in multiple contests and chapter activities. In addition, she has taken a deep dive on how she can impact agriculture through her career choices. I am confident that she will continue to improve and be an advocate for agriculture. And last is our outstanding student, Eva Thorington. Eva has been an absolute pleasure to have in the program. She is willing to get any job done, even if it squawks back at her. This student consistently brings joy and happiness to the classroom while also being a motivated and exceptional student. She has competed in multiple FFA contests and represented her chapter very well in various aspects. Not only is she a leader, she is also someone who's consistently improving herself and searching for her place in the world of agriculture. And with that, I would like to welcome Michael Wilson and Jason Harper from Automotive Technology.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mike Wilson. This is Jason Harper. We are both the auto instructors for the Claire Gladwin CTE program. Our program specifically has gone through a lot of change this year, and I know it has been difficult for our students. But I believe that change has a very important life lesson. For them, it will be basically learning how to deal with changes in leadership, whether a new manager or supervisor is hired. I started in mid-November, Mr. Harper here in January. And so I just want to give my students a big thank you because I know it's been difficult and you guys really crushed it. So thank you guys for that. Yeah. I also just want to give a quick thank you to the automotive instructors for the Mid-Michigan Community College, Richard Hollister and David Neely. Without their help, I would have no way of knowing how to get this going, so I just want to thank them as well. For me, I'm going to start with our most improved student, so I'm going to ask Seth Dom to come on up here. When I first began in November, there were more days that I wouldn't see him in class than I would. Over that course of the first semester, I reached out to multiple people, and there was a good possibility that Seth wasn't going to make it throughout the year. However, when we came back from break, Seth turned everything around and did a complete 180 and has been a student that's actually led by example during the second semester and has gotten his grade up to a very respectable B+. So for that, Seth Dom is our most improved student. Next up, I would like to have Erica Shanahan come up. In life, some people are loud and like to be the center of attention. Other people have a quiet demeanor. They show up with an open mind and willingness to learn. They work hard, and it sometimes goes unnoticed, but Erica has been noticed. In addition to her success in auto, Erica is also enrolled in early college and has tackled several hard classes. She might not have auto in mind as a future career, but with a final percentage of almost 99%, I would encourage her to keep auto in the back of her mind. So for her hard work and willingness to get the job done, Erica Shanahan is our most outstanding student. Next, I ask for Cameron Draw to come on up. If you ask any educator in any classroom what they look for in a student, you will hear things like strong attendance and a desire to learn. Cameron has both of those qualities and a lot more. If we're going over a review, Cameron will speak up and volunteer answers. He's usually the first one in the room every day, and he's only missed 2 days of class this whole year that weren't school related. Cameron Draw is our above and beyond student. Last, I'm going to give our Work-Based Learning Award out, and like Mr. Johnson had said earlier, work-based learning for us extends that classroom learning, and we're able to achieve difficult outcomes that we wouldn't be able to reach in the classroom. So I would like to have Riley Sanders come up. Riley works at Greaves Automotive Body and Towing in Gladwin. And she's got a strong mind for the auto industry. She's not afraid to get dirty, and she's not afraid to tackle any difficult jobs. Riley has a bright future in the industry, and she plans on going to Mid-Michigan Community College next year and has a goal for a career in the auto industry. She definitely has my support, and in a few years, you might be asking for Service Manager Riley when you have trouble with your car. I'm pleased to present the Work-Based Learning Award to Riley Sanders. And with that, I'm going to turn things over to Josh Myers from construction.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Mr. Myers, and I teach the construction trades. This is Mr. Smith, and I couldn't do it without him, so we're a team. We have a unique situation. We have a middle session that operates in the middle of the school day because we're pretty popular. So I have two classes that I'm giving awards to today. The first one will be my middle session, which consists of strictly first-year students, and we meet for an hour and a half versus our normal 2.5-hour CTE block. So for my middle session, before I go farther, I also want to thank, I see some of our bus drivers, transportation people here, work-based learning supporters. I want you to know we cannot do what we do without the help of all of you, from work-based learning providers, transportation people, everybody. We're a team, and that needs to be understood that I don't do this by myself. It takes everybody. We even have some staff members that have been distinguished as the best of the best of the best, which is pretty darn good, I think. All right, enough of me. Let's get going here. Middle session, most improved. This is not a problem student. It never is for me with most improved. It's something that I see a specific growth in. In this young man, it's one word. It's called confidence. From very little confidence to great confidence, and it's going to get better next year. Kobe Gutierrez, would you come on up here and get your award for my most improved in middle session? And me, I'm just going to keep things rolling while Kobe's coming up here. I will just say a little bit. Not only did he grow in his confidence, but his technical skills, everything. And everybody grows throughout the year in my program, but I just have to highlight one person in each, and that is Kobe. Next up, we have the outstanding student. These are students. I'm going to have two of these outstanding students. They do the right thing. They've got good attendance. If they miss school, it's validated. They're not just skipping. Their technical skills improve regularly. And for my outstanding students from the middle session, would Trevor Height and Luke Golvese please come up and get their awards? To me, the above and beyond is kind of my highest award because it means you're outstanding. It means you have good attendance, but you do anything at any time and you perform at a high level. You don't complain, and you challenge me. And challenging me is a good thing. That means I have to have my brain always firing to give you the information you require. This young man maybe thought he had some pretty big shoes to fill from following his brother, but I think he was going to Bigfoot all over his big brother. And I'll save all of you me introducing myself again for the afternoon session. I'm Mr. Myers, the construction trades instructor. Most improved, again, is where I'm going to start. And this gentleman is a second-year student. He's been super. He's just been kind of quiet. And we've got him to kind of come out of his shell, figure out what he wants to do when he graduates. We got him out on a work-based learning exploratory experience in the electrical field that he wants. But I'm just really proud of this young man because he has stuck with me, and I can be a handful sometimes if you're not marching the way I like you to march. And he fell in line, and I could not be more proud of this young man and how he's grown up in front of my eyes. Talon Hurd, come on up here, please. You'll notice my middle session, I didn't have any work-based learning awards, and that's because it's the middle of the day and they're first-year students, so they do not get the opportunity to work-based learn in the middle session. But when they get into the AM or PM their second year, then they have full opportunity to work-based learn. So as Talon comes across and gets his award, my work-based learners, to get that award from me, I already know you're doing good work because I talk to your bosses, because I know a lot of your bosses just through my social network. So I know you're doing good at work, but what separates it from me is, what do you do when you're in my class that one day a week? Are you helping me? Are we working? Are we learning? Are we turning our timesheets in? And my one work-based learner is not here today because he's working, just a scheduling conflict, and that would be Lucas Krzyzanowski, was my work-based learner from Clare. He is not here today, but we will. And man, this second one, I don't know. I'm a teacher, but I love this dude.
Wait, can we take that back one, that second one back?
Oh, you want to take it back?
Yeah, let's save that for next.
Okay, all right, all right.
No.
This young man just, I don't know. I get along so well with him. I know his father. That has nothing to do with why he gets his word. He's just a good young man, and he's ready for the real world. Colton Finnegar, where are you hiding? Come on up here. My outstanding students in this third session, they're both juniors. So first year, and they're going to get outstanding from me, which is, you must make a pretty good impression on me if I'm giving you outstanding the first year you're in my program. And I cannot say enough about these two. I'm excited to have them back next year as seniors. Would Blake Goodchuck and Blaine Bigelow please come up, my outstanding students? Sorry I'm taking so long, but when you have a lot of programs or a lot of sessions of one program, we just have a few more awards to give out than the rest, and that's okay. Last, above and beyond, you heard me tell, this is my person. They do everything, good attendance, polite. That's important to me. We teach survival. We teach you how to be a young man or a young woman in my program and to survive in this world. Construction is just kind of this little game we play. But this young man, I can't be more proud of him. Colin Foster is my above and beyond. Come on up here, Colin. Congratulations, buddy. Head over there and get a picture. Next up, I'd like to introduce Heidi Rocha, Stephanie Gendrzejewski, Culinary Arts.
Hello and welcome. Again, my name is Heidi Rocha. I teach the Culinary Arts program. And first off, I would like to recognize Chef G, Stephanie Gendrzejewski. So I've been teaching this program for 20 years. Stephanie has been with me for the last 5, and I'm just so very thankful for what she adds to our program. Every day, the positivity, her expertise in baking and culinary arts, and our program would not be what it is without Chef G. So could you please give her a round of applause? So I want to share a little bit about some of the highlights and accomplishments throughout the year in our program. There really are a lot of them, but I'm just focusing on a few key items. When students come into our program, I mean, of course, we want to teach them about culinary arts and the hospitality industry, but to me, it is incredibly important that we are working to develop good humans. Like, we want our kids to be able to have skills to survive in life, and I'm incredibly proud of the group of students that we have in both the morning and the afternoon. They've really stepped out of their comfort zones. Students have developed in the areas of professionalism, leadership, and public speaking. That's an area of my class some of them are not fond of, but quite often at the end of the year, I hear that they're very proud of the confidence that they have developed in being able to stand up in front of people. Our students have had the unique opportunity of walking into this brand new facility and being part of basically our new business venture. The students have been instrumental in launching our catering menu and our cafe menu and operations. We've had several successful catering events throughout the year and operated a cafe for CTE students and staff. And I'm very thankful for their leadership and wonderful ideas and efforts with all of that. I'd like to recognize we have student leaders in both of our morning and afternoon programs. And for recognizing our PM students, we have students that interview and are selected for leadership positions, and we have Aiden Crowley has been the kitchen manager in our afternoon program. And we also have our ProStart chapter officers. This is a group that we have in class that we meet monthly to discuss program goals, go over our financials, community projects, and those students are, the president is Shane Fritz, vice president Adam Kimball, secretary Philip Cheney, and treasurer Diane Andrews, and they've all worked very hard throughout the year. Next, I'd like to recognize students earning ServSafe certifications through the National Restaurant Association. This is very important, and some of these tests are incredibly difficult. All 20 of our first-year students have earned one or more certificates, totaling 68 certifications. This is in addition to our ServSafe certifications that all of our second-year students earned last year. And before moving on to the awards, I'd just like to tell everyone that there's some initial criteria that I look at, and I'm not even going to be talking about these things with each student. We look to see, are they dependable? So all of these students that we selected have good attendance, they've been good about communicating absences, positive attitudes, are hardworking, and really having strong integrity. I think that's something that's lost in our society, people being willing to do the right thing when nobody is watching, and just really love, seeing students being honest and standing up for what is right. So with that, I will move on to our first award. I'll call off the student and then tell a little bit about them as they walk up. For Most Improved, we selected Tyreek Thrush. So Tyreek is a first-year senior in our program. He's fairly quiet. I think you'd know that about him if you met him or have known him for a while. In our program, we have some fun awards that we give at the end of the year that are unique to each student and maybe some of their positive qualities or things that they have accomplished throughout the year. And we gave Tyreek the Stealth Award because he tends to fly under the radar, but he's also a very hard worker. At the beginning of the school year, I think it took some time for him to get comfortable with the kitchen, but he has gotten better and better in developing his skills. Every day he gets dressed and ready for the kitchen right away. When given directives, he gets to work. He has improved a lot on his knife skills, and this young man has outstanding attendance. I think he has the best attendance out of all students in both of our programs. So congratulations, Tyreek. All right, next student I would like to represent for outstanding student is Aiden Crowley. So Aiden is a second-year student in our program, and I cannot tell you how very thankful I am for the students who have been with us the last 2 years, the effort and the input that they have given in helping to develop our program. Aiden has represented in our program as the PM kitchen manager, so that means he's had to figure out grocery orders, coordinate preparation schedules. He was also the executive chef for our end-of-year event, Parent Luncheon, and he was a strong leader, coordinated prep, and we did a plated meal, so he had to coordinate the plating. This young man is incredibly intelligent. I am amazed by his math ability and how well he does with like calculating recipes. And I think he might have an eidetic memory. It just amazes me, the things that he remembers. I'm very proud of him for the knowledge that he's gained, his leadership ability. I know he plans to pursue a culinary degree at the Culinary Institute of Michigan at Baker College, and I know that he will do great things with his future. So congratulations, Aiden. All right, our next outstanding student is Ember Hovey Wheeler. Ember is a first-year senior. She is a student who, oh my goodness, just a ray of sunshine, comes in every day, works with a great sense of urgency. She's the first in the kitchen to fill up the sinks, to get things started, finishes tasks, and asks, "What's next, Chef Rocha? What can I help with?" Honestly, she's had excellent attendance throughout the year, so then the days that she's not here, we greatly miss her. We realize all of the things that she does in the kitchen. We gave her the Energizer Bunny Award because she gets so much done and she just keeps going and going and going. Congratulations, Ember. Okay, last but not least, and I'm going to call these young ladies up together for Above and Beyond. We selected Cammie Jax and Akira Corrigan. So those fun awards that we gave at the end of the year, I'll tell you a couple unique things about each of them, but then just kind of overall, because they're two little peas in a pod. Everything that they do quite often is together. Cammie, we gave the Sweet and Spicy Award. That's because she has the perfect combination of kindness and assertiveness, is not afraid to speak up for herself. Akira, we gave the Angel Award because she's so well-mannered, polite, and courteous to everyone. These two young ladies, one thing that's notable that Chef G really wanted to pick out is the vanilla cupcake and cake recipe that they came up with this year. Sometimes students get an opportunity to test out different recipes. Chef G, as you guys know, is a baking expert and has many years had a hard time finding a good vanilla cake recipe. And these ladies just knocked it out of the park. It is great flavor, just very moist, and it's something that we're going to continue on our menu for years to come. The two of these ladies always finishing their job, asking what's next, chef, always volunteering, taking on extra tasks, and always the last to leave the kitchen. So congratulations, Kira and Cammie. All right, with that, I would like to call up the Diesel Technology Program with Mr. Clawwitter and Molly Fetzer.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Brian Clowder, diesel instructor. Wow, what a cool year. Brand new facilities in the back there, brand new tools, brand new equipment, and brand new instructor. So all the kids got the fresh this year. I did claim earlier that they could have been a little more honest with me when I interviewed and told me that I'd be responsible for wrangling 30 Belgian Malinois puppies. Because as you know, if you don't give them a job to do, they're going to eat your furniture. And there's no better description of these young men. They're full of energy and curiosity. I've got to give them a job to do or they're going to destroy those brand new facilities. On that note, I'd like to start with most improved student. This student started the year, probably starting fires in the corner and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, but he really latched onto this and just made major improvements throughout the year and has become what I would easily point to as the goal of why we're here. Mr. Michael Casa, would you please join me? Thanks for that, guys. The next one is outstanding student. Excuse me. It's worth a moment to shake that man's hand. I'm proud of him. Outstanding students next. This young man, despite a language barrier, as English being his second language, when we got him out into the shop, he was far surpassed his peers, and his mechanical aptitude is off the charts. And that has earned him this award for outstanding student, Mr. Yaroslav Petrenko. Please join us. Bear with me a second. I think these young men deserve that handshake. All right, again, last but not least, of course, the Above and Beyond student. This young man was always kind of there, no matter where I turned. If he wasn't hands-on the project, he was head over my shoulder or someone else's, curious about what was going on. But more importantly than that, these two have exemplified leadership qualities, but something I almost hold in higher regard than that is service and servant-mindedness. And this young man was never afraid to grab a broom or rags and wipe up a mess. It was all the same job to him, and I've been impressed with him as he's grown throughout this year. Mr. Colin Lane, please join us. Sorry, my delays are still faster than some of the other speakers. So. All right, on to the next. Mr. Jim Langley and Leanne Badger, if you'd join us for digital media, is up next.
Good afternoon, everyone. My first award is going to be for Most Improved. Kylie Pake, would you come on up? Kylie is our resident photographer, came in already with an aptitude in photography, and took on one of our 2 social media positions as a student this year. One of the things that Kylie improved in is being able to self-advocate, because confrontation, getting into uncomfortable situations, whew, let's run from that. And Kylie did very well at standing up for herself and saying, I can't do that in this time frame, or I'm not sure if I can. And those are realistic things that you need to pull away for future employment. I took great happiness and pride sometimes in stretching Kylie to go ahead and, even though she wasn't happy about it, to help her be better at stress and load management. And she's done very well with it. Congratulations, Kylie. My next award goes out to my outstanding student, Austin Marshall, Harrison High School. Like Kylie, Austin has survived 2 years with me, and we have had some fun banter back and forth across time. Austin is an excellent artist, and I'd love to take some credit for that, but he came in already very solid. He has a real eye for graphic design, probably top 5 in all my years of teaching of having that genuine eye for design. Produced consistently solid art, and this year really improved his process time. So when I asked him to do something, it's like half the time that it took even in his junior year, so we saw some great growth there. Impressed students and staff alike with some of the designs that he made. He's a very kind person and thoughtful of others. Proud of this guy. Congratulations, Austin Marshall. My next award is for my above and beyond. Brian Henry, would you come on up, please? Brian's unassuming, like comes in, it's kind of like that whole stealth award thing, like you think he's there, but man, the amount that this guy churns out, he is a tenacious designer. Workhorse, constantly practicing his craft. I'm like, what's Brian doing? He's still just down there doing his design thing, and he does it very well. He's become much better at communicating throughout the year, took on a leadership role in one of our biggest units where we create a gaming class. Proud of what he's created, Brian Henry. And our last award goes for work-based learning, Evan Kinney. Come on up. Like some of my coworkers had mentioned, we couldn't do this without the support of our bus drivers, our local districts, and our partners in our work-based learning opportunities. So Dakota, appreciate you being here. Thank you for taking on students, former student himself. And it's always fun to go ahead and see what students are like when they leave our 4 walls. Like that's what we're prepping them for, is the next step. The goal, we want to make kids employable, solid human beings. And Evan has grown quite a bit over these last 2 years. His attendance has been excellent at his placement. He learned how to juggle that work-based learning responsibility in his coursework, not without great stress, but that's part, again, of growing up. He doesn't hesitate to help others when needed, and these are great assets that will serve him well in future employment. Congratulations, Evan. And with that concludes my award, so let's move on to Mrs. Forsberg from Education Occupations.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. I'll share a little bit about our Education Occupations program this year and then get a little more into detail with the individual awards. So all of our students completed their CPR certification. 9 of our seniors passed their parapro assessment, so they're ready to go out and serve in that area. And then 8 of our students competed in our FCCLA State Leadership Conference. So FCCLA stands for Family, Careers, and Community Leaders of America. That's our student organization that you'll hear more about here with some of our students today. We also participated in National Educator Signing Day. So all 4 of our seniors in our afternoon session signed a letter of intent to pursue a degree or some sort of career in education. So we're very proud of them for doing that. First, I'd like to recognize Sophia Muma for our most improved student this year. Sophia has made great strides over the last 2 years. She put herself out there at our FCCLA State Leadership Conference this year and earned a silver rating in her creative teaching event. She's really demonstrated some leadership qualities in our CTE classroom and also excels in working with younger students in her classroom placement. She has great communication skills and perseveres through difficult situations. She's also helped us pave the way for a new partnership with Skills Christian School, where her classroom placement is this year. We're excited to see where her future takes her, and I hope that's working with children, and her leadership will be greatly missed in our class next year. Thanks, Sophia. Next, I'd like to recognize Willow Govitz as our outstanding student. Willow is someone who leads quietly by example. She's very thoughtful and inquisitive. She has worked really hard in both her classroom placement and in our CTE classroom in everything that she does. She passed her Parapro assessment, and she is always just striving to improve. So I'm very proud of the progress she has made this year as well. She has a very bright future, and I hope to work with her again as a future educator. Congratulations. All right, our above and beyond student this year is Trisha Trinka. Trisha is a first-year student that shows great leadership skills. She earned a gold rating at the FCCLA State Leadership Conference in her creative teaching event. She also has great communication skills and is a very hard worker. She takes initiative and does an excellent job with motivating her kindergarten students in her placement. I'm really looking forward to working with Trisha again next year and watching her leadership continue to grow in our program. All right, our last 2 awards are for work-based learning. These students might not realize they're getting an award today, but they have made their attendance and their placement a priority, and that has not gone unnoticed. So I'd like to have Madison Lockwood come up first. Maddie shows excellent leadership skills in her 5th grade classroom placement. She serves as a positive role model for those placement students and takes on responsibilities with a positive attitude. And it's very clear when I visit her classroom that her students enjoy working with her. She has excellent attendance, as I mentioned, and great communication skills, which were big factors in this award. So I'm looking forward to seeing her grow in our classroom next year as well. And our second work-based learning award goes to Bailey Snyder. Bailey brings a positive attitude and level of energy to her classroom placement that is unmatched. Her students love working with her, and it's easy to see why when I see the energy that she brings and the care she shows for her students every day. She takes on classroom responsibilities with great enthusiasm and can multitask like a veteran teacher. She also has excellent attendance and great communication skills. And I'm also very excited to have her back as a second year next year as well to continue to watch her grow. Oops, sorry, it's already up here. Still down there. All right, and now we welcome from Health Occupations, Mrs. Stacy Nold-Pranian.
All right, good afternoon. I am Stacy Nold-Pranian, and this is Crystal Cummings, and we do teach health occupations. I'm going to jump right into our most improved. Our first most improved award goes to Hunter Ray Babcock. After a challenging first semester, Ray made a strong turnaround in the second semester. She demonstrated increased responsibility, improved work habits, and a willingness to seek help when needed. We can't wait to see what she achieves next year as a returning student. Congratulations. Our next most improved award goes to Faith Hootie. Faith began the year struggling, but showed incredible determination and growth throughout consistent effort and perseverance, demonstrating what hard work and commitment can achieve. Congratulations. Our Outstanding Student Award goes to Janessa Heintzelman. Janessa excels in hands-on lab work, showing attention to detail and willingness to take initiative. What sets her apart is her bedside manner. She interacts with mannequins in a calm, respectful, and empathetic way, which is hard to do in our setting, working with mannequins instead of patients. Congratulations. Our first Above and Beyond award goes to Kelvin Scobie. CJ rose to the challenge of a rigorous EMT course that went well beyond the demands of a typical high school class and successfully earned his national certification. We believe that this shows CJ will rise to any obstacle he faces in his future. Congratulations. Our next Above and Beyond award goes to Cadence Spencer. Cadence showed outstanding initiative by taking extra steps to improve her work and support peers, making a positive impact on the classroom environment. Cadence also qualified for the patient care technician position at My Michigan Hospital next year. Congratulations. Our work-based learning award, our first one goes to Claire McCarthy. Claire was placed at Life Smiles in Gladwin. She was able to learn valuable hands-on dental skills to prepare her for her future in the dentistry world. Claire's dedication to work-based learning has awarded her a summer job with Life Smiles. Thank you, Lori, for hosting her. We look forward to future placements. Our next Workplace Learning Award goes to Kaylee High. Kaylee was placed in a new partnership, and she represented our program in CTE in a professional manner. She learned additional hands-on skills that prepared her to pass her medical assistant certification. We would like to thank Isabella Citizens for Health Farwell Campus for hosting her. Congratulations. Where did she go? Oh, back there. Up next is BD and Leanne Badger with Public Safety.
Good afternoon. First and foremost, for my colleague Jim Langley and myself, I'd like to thank the lady to my left, Leanne Badger, our paraprofessional. We split her between our two rooms. Without her baking, I'm going to say that too, without her keeping our students straight, keeping us on track, and keeping us going, we would not have the success that we've had this year. So thank you, Leanne. Appreciate it. forgot, I'm going to need these. I'd like to thank my work-based learning partners. Here's to name a few of them: Clare City Police Department, Clare County Sheriff's Department, Clare County Central Dispatch, Gladwin Police, Beaverton Police, the Clare County Prosecutor's Office, and Michigan State Police Post 63 out of Mount Pleasant. Invaluable support to our program through giving us officers to help teach things and our work-based learning programs. Couldn't do it without them and their support. Some things this year that we did that I wanted to touch on. We went to, for our second year, we went to a Skills USA competition. It's a leadership-based thing, also a skills-based program. It's only our second year competing. Last year, we took 3 students and competed in 1 event. This year, we took 16 students, competed in 3 events. We had 7 of our students qualify for state finals down in Grand Rapids. We went here a few weeks ago, and I had 1, and I'll give a shout out to Aiden Willett in our program, took 3rd for first aid. Quite a few firsts for our public safety program. I'll get into our awards. One of my first, I had my first exchange student this year. Tiona Netsva, if you can come up. Exchange student from Macedonia. Yeah, she's our Outstanding Student Award. Tiona's dedication to her studies, her grades, just top notch. Great example to other students. Added to the classroom, added a great classroom discussion. Just dedication overall was good and very fun to have in class. So, Tiona Netsova. Another first for our program, and this student's going to be for work-based learning, Tommy Merrill. Tommy was a second-year senior for us. Excellent reports on her from work-based learning out of Central Dispatch. Inquisitive, always there, always prepared. On my state qualifying, actually both of these two were on our state qualifying CSI, that's Crime Scene Investigation team. She was also the very first student that we sent through our certified dispatcher program, so she led off our program in that as well. So good job, Tommy. And this student, another first, and it's the first time I felt like I had a little brother that wanted to pick on me all the time. Constantly challenging me in that way. But he was our first to go through our certified EMT program, Evan Humphrey. Come on up. Great all-around student. All these guys exemplified student leadership. The other thing he stepped up on when we did the training for the competition in first aid with his EMT training and background, man, he was just right on top of it. Really interesting, really great for me to see somebody that could go back, teach back to that. Really stepped up to the plate, did a great job. I'll miss him this year. And that'll conclude us. Next up is welding technology, Phil Schaefer and Nick Blackmare.
Hello, my name is Nick Blackman. This is Phil Schaefer. It's been a great year in welding and a lot of exciting news. Currently, our students are working on their AWS Sense certificates. They have the ability to earn 4 certificates this year, and we're currently on track for 100-plus certifications. Second-year seniors are able to earn MIDS pre-apprentice certification by completing 2 years of dual-enrolled CTE. This year, we will have 17 seniors who have earned this certification. Finally, at regional MITES competition, 6 projects placed. Therefore, we'll be going to states for final judgment. For our first award, it's going to be Most Improved. Could I have Will Thorpe come up? He has demonstrated outstanding growth in welding skills, work ethic, confidence, and a dedication throughout the program. Our next one is Outstanding Isabella Searfrost. Come on up. So consistently demonstrating exceptional welding skill, leadership, professionalism in the lab. And then our final award is the Above and Beyond Award. It goes to Gavin Van Buren. So consistently exceeding expectations through hard work, initiative, leadership, and willingness to help other people in the lab. Good job, guys. Thank you.
All right, that concludes our ceremony. Once again, thank you for coming and attending. Let's give the students one more round of applause. And I think they found the cookies already. We do have some light refreshments over here. Parents, feel free to use the background for any photos. Thanks for a great year.